Las Vegas. How you guys doing? Sad to say this is my home, so it's nice to be home. So, it's got a couple of little words here. I would like, well, it's my honor to introduce Bruce Kulick to you tonight. Bruce is being recognized for his contributions to the world of American rock and roll. He was born in Brooklyn a few years ago, 39 years to be exact, and 372 months. He grew up in a musical family under influence of his older brother, the great Bob Kulick. He started his first band in '74 and shortly after began touring professionally. It was not long before he was playing guitar with Meatloaf along with his brother Bob, establishing the landmark of the Kulick brothers on the map. But it was the next period that would catapult Bruce to the forefront, playing guitar in Kiss. I mean, growing up on the East Coast in America and at that time, does it get any bigger than that? Bruce played on 5 studio albums and countless live recordings. In all, he was featured on 20 band releases. During his time, he never wore makeup. Unlike tonight. In fact, after Bruce left, Kiss had to start wearing makeup again. I like to think they had to make up for the departure of the good-looking guy in the band. Even after 12 years when he left Kiss, he continued to work with his Kiss alumni, appearing on projects with Paul, Gene, and Eric. He formed the band Union and co-wrote and played 3 albums which were released, rolling him over into the millennium. And in 2000, he started his longest spell with Grand Funk Railroad. And for the following 23 years, Bruce kicked ass, or arse, depending where you come from, for virtually every weekend. Always remaining busy, Bruce also found time to write, record, and release 3 solo albums and to perform studio sessions. And in fact, Bruce has an impressive 60 album credits to his name. I had the pleasure of working together with Bruce at many fantasy camps. Often I was in the position of musical director, and the very first thing you notice about Bruce was his level of perfection. When you're doing something like that and trying to keep all these people focused, you quickly recognize dependable people, and Bruce was a pillar of strength that you could always be relied upon with confidence. He has integrity, he is professional, he's not afraid to lead, and while he's fun to be around, would always remain focused on the end game of delivering the goods. I'll tell you just a quick funny story. One time Bruce ended up with a kid group. So we always had one talented group of kids. They were talented preteens, some of whom were really quite remarkable. But they were still kids, they were goofing around, and it was always a bit of a straw pick, and this one time Bruce was the lucky guy to coach them. I remember seeing him trying to deal with the juveniles' distraction, trying to maintain focus. Bruce, as you can see, is rather tall. And that vision of him on a stage attempting to conduct and crack the whip with a bunch of excitable kids less than half of his height remains pasted in my memory. Those kids look not unlike the Munchkins Lollipop Guild performance, although Bruce didn't look quite as good as Dorothy. But seriously, he coached these kids to be as perfect as any band could have been. 3 years ago, he moved here to Las Vegas, where he lives now with his beautiful wife, the lovely Lisa. He has just announced that he is leaving GFR so that he can be at home to work on new projects, spend time with friends, but always with music. It is my honor to present Bruce Kulick, the Las Vegas Rocks Guitar Legend Award.
There's that song. Right, Sally? I wanted that song here. Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much. You went deep. I love that. And I'm really honored to be here for this kind of event. I have many of my heroes here, too. It's just unbelievable to have, just great music. Look, I grew up in Brooklyn watching the Beatles. I was so moved by that. And obviously music was a big part of growing up, the British invasion, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin, and went on. And the guitar was always nearby, okay? And the opportunity to play with people like Meatloaf and then to move into something like Kiss for 12 years, I am so fucking blessed, okay? And, right? And of course, I worked hard. I always really paid attention. I really learned from everybody that I worked with. And it's really a case of just completely being dedicated to that instrument and the music, okay? Now, real quick thing before I finish, just I want to thank Sally, of course my beautiful wife Lisa, for all the support. You gotta have a good woman in your life, it really helps. And other than that, I just think this is wonderful to bring everybody together here in Las Vegas for this evening. And I have to say, I love music, I love my guitar, and I love you all. Thank you so much.